So a lot of people think that, psychic ability only belongs to like one or two zodiac signs, primarily being Cancer and Pisces. And while the strength of that ability was born in those signs, in the origin of the world, according to astrology, while that is true, it's actually zooming in on the topic itself. Every single zodiac sign brings out a different psychic ability. So it's not just that it's all Cancers and Pisces. It's that there are psychics in every zodiac sign. But every zodiac sign brings out a different flavor, a different set of skills, a different method to psychic ability. So a Taurus psychic is not going to be the same as a Virgo psychic. A Virgo psychic is not going to be the same as a Leo psychic. A Leo psychic is not going to be the same as a Cancer psychic. And while every person is different, just like every gourmet chef is different, every artist is different, but there are patterns, there are similarities within that sign. I'll give you an example. So Aquarius ruled by the sun, because you remember that when you identify in astrology, it has to be your sun, your moon, your rising, if you have any stelliums in place, which are an identity. And then, of course, looking at the degree placement, which is going to give the flavor or the strength or the fueling of whatever whatever placement that you have. So, for example, a 17-degree Sagittarius is going to be a Sagittarius sun, but they're going to be fueled by Leo. So there's going to be a difference in their personality comparatively. And then, of course, looking at the decan and what week were you born. This also has unique qualities as well. So when you look at the different decans and things, you can are you a level 1 Aries? Are you a level 3 Aries? Of course, like that. So when you fine tune it and you get more specific and you open that up, you're going to see more detail. But if you step back and you look at all Aquarius sun ruled psychics, most of them are going to have instantaneously a gift for high level reading collectives. That doesn't mean that other signs can't read collectives. In other words, tapping into the energy of all Tauruses in the world, or hemisphere, or all when you're doing a prediction, it casts into that canopy of energy that's of the collective people, right? Not one-on-one. So they're going to facilitate towards that. What's going to affect the group? If they have premonitions, for example, which is a type of psychic ability, they're going to, be in tune with things happening in groups and things like that. For example, Cancer would be probably the most skilled at investigating crimes and investigating things that are hidden, looking for secrets. And why is that? Well, because the moon is the keeper of time, pretty much, right? That's what forms all almanacs and calendar cycles and everything with agriculture and with farming and so forth. It's the moon, and the moon is our clock, really. The sun and the moon give us our cycles of day and night, but diurnal, nocturnal. But without that dichotomy, looking just at what the moon does, it's very, very essential for. Are you having fun there, Tarot? Tarot? Yes. Are you having fun? So that's very interesting. So another thing too is, like I said, Cancers, because they're ruled by the moon, they have a very good sense of going back in time and going forward in time. So that's not saying that every Cancer is a psychic, because that's not the case. And that's not saying that every Cancer that is a psychic or clairvoyant, is going to pick up on having the ability to look deep into the past. But if they do, Cancer comparatively would, blow everybody else out of the water with that ability in particular. Whereas Scorpio, being So skilled at piercing through lies, would probably partner up with Cancer very well in those types of readings, those types of psychic rituals where they divine, they look into what's hidden, because Scorpio is going to notice something that maybe Cancer doesn't, although it takes Cancer a little bit, and Cancer is going to be completely in a zone that Scorpio hasn't been able to tap into. So in a way, we need each other. We're all under the same sky pretty much, right? We can divide the skies, but you know what I mean. Essentially, we're all on the same planet, and we all have talents and gifts. It's all about networking. But yeah, basically it's like saying, if you're only from this part of the world, you can only be a skilled chef, when we know that's not true, right? You can only be a musician if you're making this genre of music, or you're from this part of the world. That's not true. So psychics, we all have gifts and abilities. And when you're at the same caliber of skill, it's interesting how you start seeing the different flavors and things that come out with different types of signs, different types of zodiac signs. So the sun, moon, and rising are very important for that, like I said, and any kind of things that add to your identity. It wouldn't be progressions, although that's like a skin, but we're not going there. We're talking natal. And of course, what fuels it and all of that. But that's going to be uniquely to you. If that doesn't make sense, let me know. I'll make a video on it. I did do a long content type of style video on psychic abilities. I covered a lot of them. Not all of them. There's some I'm going to keep adding to the series on my YouTube channel if you're interested in watching it. If you have any comments, leave them below. If you are a high-level psychic, like myself, first of all, let's be friends. And second of all, if you're looking to see if you are, I coach, so welcome. And if you have any interesting comments, let me know down below. So as psychics, let me know, what sign are you? What kind of psychic are you? Then we'll talk about grand trines and different spiritual gifts that are in your chart. But right now, I think it would be cool to kind of start to get to know of all ages, all backgrounds, all ethnicities, what kind of psychic you are based on your sun. And I'll explain in another video why I'm asking just for your sun sign. When rising is really important, but I'll explain to you why the sun is the most important when it comes to the identity of this type of thing. All right, guys, I'll make another video soon. Bye.